Hello, my name is Lori. Welcome to the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes Quilt Along. Here on my channel, we are quilters. I am so glad that you have joined me today. These are the blocks that we made last week. 2 9-inch friendship star squares. By the end of the month, we will combine this into an 18-inch block. Today we are assembling the 2 6-inch versions of this block. If you look on the chart, the pattern, you will see that today you need 2 times all these pieces. So you'll need 8 background squares, whatever background you're using. And I'm going to flip down to the center, and you will need 2, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 centers. You will also need 4 3-inch squares of background and 4 3-inch squares of star points. Let's get started putting this quick block together today. And I do mean quick. I don't happen to have a timer handy, or I would time this today. I'm going to lay the 2.5-inch pieces aside. I'm going to get my pencil, my magic wand. I prefer a 6-inch ruler, but I don't happen to have one of those handy. I'm going to mark across the back. This will be the cutting line on all the pieces. Well, I can't even see that today. Let's get a Friction pen. There we go, I can see that. And a Friction pen, since this is the cutting line, it won't matter. But a Friction pen, if it agrees with your fabric, will iron right away. But this won't be seen anyway because it's the cutting line. So I'm going to sew on either side of that line and get 8 star points, enough for 2 blocks. We are starting with the easiest block for this quilt along, and I know that people are busy during the summer. That is why I decided to start off very easy instead of challenging, because we are all busy doing outside picnicky summer type things and having a good time in the fresh air. You can cut these apart any way you want. And recently I watched a video on making these. This would be a great one to make 8 at a time, but I just prefer the 2 at a time method, and that's how I usually write my patterns for pieces. I'll be right with all the things I need to trim these up. 2.5-inch ruler, or you can use any ruler, whatever you're comfortable with. And my spinning mat. I like these pie crust edges because it's easier to grab it and twirl it. But I was saying about 2 at a time half square triangles. If you choose to do the 8 at a time, because you need 8 half square triangles, it's not hard. You just need to basically double this size. So it would be 3 plus 3. You'd need a 6-inch block of background, and you would need a 6-inch star point piece of fabric. Then you would sew them. You would mark them the same way. Big X, sew along each side. Oh, my drawing is not very skilled this morning. And then you would cut the same way we've cut. You would cut first in half through the point, in half through the point, and then you would cut on the same lines. So you'd make less seams, but you would end up with your 8. So if you prefer to do 8 at a time, you would need 2 6-inch pieces. That would take care of all 8 half square triangles. Let's get back to trimming and get this little block done. Now that the work intensive part is over, I'm going to lay out 2 blocks, one right on top of the other. I somehow have managed to pick a plain blue fabric that has a little bit of a difference of right side and wrong side. It's a little shinier on the right side, but it doesn't really matter. You probably can't tell in the camera. I wish I had picked up a print for a little bit of nothing, but sometimes you have to use what you've got. And this is a perfect blue. So if I pull my star from last week over here, I can see that the points are going that direction. Because you can make your star spin either direction just by changing the layout of the points. And I want all of them spinning in the same direction. And as soon as I lay this out, I'm going to go join it together. That is not right. I'm going to go join it together like any other 9 patch. Sew the pieces together, sew the pieces together, then sew the rows together. Let me get this assembled. Okay, I am back at the table, and if you noticed on the video, I am doing a leader ender project with the scrap bag that I talked about on Friday, making some little 4 patches. And now I'm going to go iron. And again, I am pressing toward the solid squares. The top and the bottom rows are the same, so I can just put those all in the same pile. I'll be right back, and I'll be ready to show you how these nest up. So these have all been pressed out to the solid squares, so when I flip them together, the seams will line up. That's how I get away without using pins all the time, is those seams butt up next to each other and keep things from shifting. So I can get away without pinning every single little intersection, and it will still work. Let me go assemble this, and I will be right back to show you the finished Here we are with the 6-inch little star. There should be a 1/4 of an inch here. If there's not, you might lose a star point in the final assembly of the block. It's okay. No one is going to notice but you. It's nice to have a 1/4 of an inch there, but it works out well if you've trimmed your squares straight. I do like the fabrics that I've chosen because of the swirl. It makes the swirl of the star look even more swirly, if that's a thing. So here they are, 2 9-inch, 2 6-inch, and we only have 3-inch stars left to go and an assembly into the big 18-inch block. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of assembling the 6-inch stars, and I hope you are able to find a few minutes to make some progress on our quilt-along adventures with Sherlock Holmes. No story this week because we finished it last week. We'll have another one in, not next week, but the following week. See you later.